Rob Newbury is ready to work.
4 years of an apprenticeship, I reckon I'll have a lot of skills ready to hit the workforce.
A former chef, he's retraining with a Certificate 3 in plumbing at Melbourne's Holmes Glen Institute. Halfway through, he could be fixing your house in just 2 years.
Constructing things with my hands I enjoy.
State governments and students pay the bulk of costs in vocational training, but the Prime Minister wants more say over how its contribution is spent.
You're not going to invest money in a dud system. That doesn't fix it either. And that's why I'm saying that we need to have this system more focused on what it's actually supposed to do.
A new National Skills Commission will analyse our workforce to try to predict future skill shortages and train up people like Mr Newbury to meet them. There are predictions of industry getting more chance to shape vocational training.
But what the pandemic provides TAFEs and industry around the country is an opportunity to really reset some of these conversations.
State governments have reduced their spending in the past decade, but it's been the federal government that's taken a hammer to TAFE, opening the sector up to private colleges and boosting them by offering loans to students. It's been a debacle. Many students have been left with large debts and incomplete courses from worthless institutions, like cooking schools without kitchens. The schemes have been wound back, but with huge damage to the reputation of the sector.
A silly policy of letting private sector for-profit providers into education, which didn't work, and then you had a focus on universities at the expense of vocational education and training.
This government has cut $3 billion from TAFE and training. They've also underspent by another $1 billion, despite the fact that around Australia we are facing skills shortages.
Vocational education and training is a critical resource for governments, both federally and state, in driving the rebuilding post-pandemic.
There was scant detail in today's speech, but it warns of a shake-up for a training sector that's swallowed immense change in the past decade. More questions about building the workforce of the future and paying for it.